were looking for a way to change your life. You could not do this on your own. All the ways you wish you could be, that's me. I look like you want to look, I fuck like you want to fuck, I am smart, capable, and most importantly, I'm free in all the ways that you are not.
This is RPG, and welcome to the Reginald P. Jones Show.
If you can just get your mind together, then come on across to me. We'll hold hands.
This is RPG, and welcome to the Reginald P. Jones Show.
Mr. Reginald P. Jones.
Is Reginald P. Jones. We'll call him RPJ.
P. Jones.
RPJ.
Mr. Reginald P. Jones.
Reginald P. Jones.
The Reginald P. Jones Show.
RPJ.
Is Reginald P. Jones. We'll call him RPJ. I'm saying fuck you, RPJ.
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 Fuck you, RPJ. Fuck you, RPJ. Fuck you, RPJ.
RPJ.
You a motherfucker, RPJ.
RPJ.
So fuck you, RPJ.
The Reginald P. Jones Show.
Fuck you, RPG.
Hello, hi, and welcome, folks. My name is RPJ, and this is the Reginald P. Jones Show. How are you? How you doing? What's up? What's going on with you? Me? But thanks for asking. I'm doing swell. And on with the show. A lot of people have asked me, what does it take to be a good father? What characteristics or qualities must one have to be a good father? And since no one's really talking about this anywhere that I can see, might as well be me who tell thee how to be a good father. I will consider myself a good father. There are times where I'm great, and there's some times where I'm just okay or awful. Me looking back on it now, I'm fucking spectacular. But early on as a father, not so much. I was maybe okay, a little tightly wound, and then I started, becoming good, and then great father. And that's really in comparison there to from other fathers that I see. So I'm gonna feel like I did okay. I did a good job. I'm a good father. I'm a great kisser. Excellent, kisser and lover. Great. All-time great kissers and lovers. That's what I am. But as a father, I'm a good father. Very good to good father. Moments I have moments where I wasn't perfect. I gotta say. Moments where I was kind of awful. But then I had my spectacular moments. And now I'm just upset. I'm a very great, good father right now. Exceptional grandfather. Exceptional. Right? It's really hard to assess myself, but I know that I'm good. I'm at least good father. Great kisser, great lover. I mean, just spectacular lover. I must reiterate that. I must show off. Well, I hate to show you, but I must speak, my gifts. When I know it, you know it, or you don't know. Anyway, there are 5 characteristics or qualities that a man must have in order to claim that a chance at the title of being a good father. And I would think that most men, from what I understand of men that I talk to, hang around with, that they want to be good fathers. They trying to develop patience and other things that would aid them in being a good, parent, a good father. And I'm going to tell you some of the qualities that you can see for yourself if you have those qualities and if you need to develop those qualities. And one of the first qualities that you must have in order to be a good father is that you have to be selfless. You have to be willing and able to give everything you have on behalf or for the benefit of your children. or a child. You must be wanting to give everything for the benefit of your child. You must be selfless. You must show selflessness for your child. Last piece, you want to break up pieces. A good way of showing selflessness is getting up at 2 a.m. after working and busting your ass all day long. It's getting up at 2 a.m., feeding the baby for 20 minutes, rocking the baby for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and for the baby fall back to sleep. That's being a selfless parent, a giving, a wanting to give parent, a willing participant parent to give everything on behalf of the benefit of that child. Selflessness. You must be selfless. I actually wrote it down because I'm stupid. I can't remember off the top of my head, so I want to make sure I get them all right. To equate someone that is selfless, you would want to equate that person like a priest. But let's not go crazy with the priest one. Let's go with a monk. You want to be like a monk. You want to be selfless. All right? The Buddhist monk. She's selfless. She's just a giver. Like a Mother Teresa type. Except without all the plastic surgery. You know? And one of the second things that you must do to be a good parent is to make sure that your child is eating. Your child eats every day. You must always be someone that provides for that child. You must provide for that child housing, food, daycare, cleats, gloves. You know, as the kid gets older, the girl gets older, dresses. Provide. You must be a provider for your child. You must provide. You must always have the bare minimum to give to your child, so that your child can have. The more your child has, the better off your child will be. It won't be great. You know, it's not a fail-safe thing here, but your child has to eat every day, so you must provide where your child can eat. It's just that simple. If you don't do that, your child will die. You know, so obviously you must be a provider, somewhat like a farmer. A farmer provides food. You know, it has a farm. It has shelter. You know, that's what I would equate to it. If I do this for those, I'm not sure who, maybe they can't see themselves when I say the words or say these, be selfless, or be a provider. So think of yourself as a farmer. You know, getting up every day, you feed the pigs, feed the chickens, getting the eggs out of the chicken coop, putting the hay down for the horses, building the barn up, the house, this, that, and the other. You got to do this. You must be a selfless and a provider, a monk and a farmer. Next thing on the list you must be is a leader. You must be able to lead your family or your children. You must have the patience that a leader must have. You must be someone that has a clear goal in mind. You want to provide for your children. You want to come up with plans. Like, hey, we put X amount of dollars away for the next 15 years, 18 years, we'll have college money for said child. You must be a leader. You have to come up with plans. You have to have ideas. You can't sit put. You have to be progressive of thought. You kind of think ahead a little bit. You must think short term, mid term, and long term. Like someone like a president. You must be a leader. So as a president of your unit, of your household, you must lead your children to the promised land. You have to come up with plans. Short, mid, and long-term plans. Goals in mind. How to save money. How to do this. Whatever it is that you want to have better for your child. So, the next thing that you must possess, something you must be you must have to be a good parent, a good father, is that you must be someone that is a teacher, if you will. You must be able to teach your child things. Teach it how to solve problems logically, mathematically, which is kind of logically. Step by step by step. You must have a goal in mind as a teacher. There are things that you want to teach from history that is not being taught in school, or teach something within yourself about your family. You must pass these things along. Family traditions. How you guys celebrate Thanksgiving is something that you teach. You present and you teach. So think of yourself as a teacher if you want to be a good father or a good parent, if you will. All right? And one of the last things of the 5 things that you must present in order to be a good father, a good parent, if you will, a good father, is that you must be present, both mentally and physically, there for your child. And if you don't live with your child, you still have to be there somewhat regularly for your child anyway. You have to be a presence in your child's life, physically and mentally. You must be there in the moment with your child. You must be there every other day, so often, as much as you can be. Every week, be there every week. Always have a presence, and try to be there more than. If you don't live, I know it's hard when you don't live with your child, but try to be there physically for your child. And when you are there physically with your child, be there mentally with your child. If you can't be there physically with your child all the time, mentally be with your child via the phone, via a thought where they're at in life. Know where your child is at. Try to maintain whatever communications that you are maintaining with your child, be it phone, text, Skype, whatever it is. Maintain that. Be consistent with that, and try to get as much as you can be with your child. Be a presence in your child's life. Be there presently with your child in those moments. Think with your child. Be a part of your child's thought process. Try to think along with your child. Especially when they get to teenage years, you have to think ahead of you in a sense. You almost got to be a step ahead of your child in terms of what they could be thinking about or where they're going. That way you can beat them off the path, and you can, again, institute that leadership, those teaching things. You have to be a presence in your child's life. Case closed. There's no doubt about that. That's one of the key things you have to be. And if you don't live there, call consistently. Text, type, phone. Be a presence. This is how you maintain and be a good father. And that's what you want to do for your child. You want to be a good father, don't you? What's the point of having a child in the world that is of your seed, of your doing? Even if it's not of your seed, of your doing. In my case, it's not of my seed, of my doing. But I want to be a good father. I want to be good at everything I fucking do. In fact, so I try to be there, and I'm trying to stay somewhat consistent. If not more, sometimes I'm over the top in my presence for them. Sometimes I'm not. I'm not really a great phone call type guy. But I am mentally there with my child as much as I can be. I have always tried to I've always been there for my child, my children, mentally, always, all their lives, mentally with them as they take those steps up in age and make those different levels, make those different evolutions as they get older themselves. I try to maintain that. I try to be a step ahead. I'm not always successful. But I am a presence in my children's lives, and now I'm a presence in my grandchildren's lives, and I'm going to try to get better with that as well. Those are the things that you must have in order to be a good parent, a good father. So it has been said. If it is being said, and I just didn't see it because I don't get on the internet as much as you guys do, all right, I missed it. All right, but as long as I said it, I feel pretty good because I think that it needs to be said. So I said. So there. My name is RPJ, and this has been, this has been the Reginald P. Jones Show, and thank you for tuning in. See you later. Bye-bye.
That was the Reginald P. Jones Show, and he was RPJ.
My daddy and my mommy and my daddy and my mommy. Daddy and my mommy and my... Stop. Yeah. There's some people in the house. Bitch. Little bitch. I made you my bitch.
Jesse.
Bitch. Yeah, bitch. Jesse.
Bitch.
No, I am the danger. I am the one who knocks.
Say my name.
Mr. White.
Goddamn right.
Hank.
Say my name.
Willy Wonka. What? Walter White.
You're goddamn right.
My name is Asac Schrader.
It's Hank.
Asac Schrader.
His name is Hank.
My name is Asac Schrader.
It's time for you to listen to me.
Fuck yourself. Wow. 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 Just listen to me. Fuck yourself. Wow. 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 Puff, 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 puff. Puff, puff, puff. Puff, 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 puff. You are not the guy. You're not capable of being the guy. I had a guy, but now I don't. You are not the guy.